Alrighty, guys, gals, non-binary pals, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking on the video. We're glad to have you. I would love it if you would come to the stream. We would love to have you. See these people here on the side of the screen? They're all saying hi to you right now. They want you to join them. So I stream every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So come join us, all right? It's a great time. Also, if you're enjoying the video, hit that thumbs up button. It helps out the channel a lot. And if you're not subscribed, I know a lot of you aren't, just click that button, all right? Just click that subscribe, little thumbs up, all right? Takes a second. I would love to have it. All right, so today we're going to be talking about something a little bit different, as I'm sure you can tell by the title already. We're going to be talking about plastic surgery. Now, this is an interesting topic to me because I know that there are a lot of people that have very strong opinions for and against and things like that. As I'm sure you're not surprised, I am somewhere in the middle. I am not someone that is, super for or super against. I have my own, my own opinions, which we will get into. But I wanted to talk about something that kind of started making its rounds on social media was Chrissy Teigen. She ended up getting a surgery to remove her buccal fat, which I've actually never heard what that is. So there is this video that I wanted to watch that kind of goes over what that is, and she kind of she explains that she got this procedure done. So this is from Twitter.
I did that Dr. Diamond buccal fat removal thing here. And since I quit drinking, I'm really seeing the results. And I like it. Yeah, I did it, Blood. I did that.
Okay, so she said that she got buccal fat removed, which we'll get into what that is. But she also stopped drinking, and now she's seeing the results, which I think is kind of funny. But okay, so this is an article that we're going to be going over. All right, so buccal fat removal. Okay, so Chrissy Teigen posts a video of her cheeks after getting buccal fat removal. Here's what it is. The American Society of Plastic Surgeons says the goal of buccal fat removal is to thin the cheeks. All right? Thin the cheeks, which a lot of people now, we're all working out. We're trying to make them cheeks thick. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get some thick cheeks, baby. But I think it's different cheeks that they're talking about. And so, stupid. Let's see what this video has to say. All righty? Chrissy Teigen posts a video of her cheeks after getting buccal fat removed. Chrissy Teigen has opened up about having a buccal fat removal procedure. Okay. I love this music, by the way. I'm going to turn it down.
Did that Dr. Diamond buccal fat removal thing here. And since I quit drinking, I'm really seeing the results.
In the cheek hollow area, sorry, it keeps putting, here, make that go away. In the cheek hollow area of our face, we all have a natural pad of fat called the buccal fat pad. A plastic surgeon will make an incision on the inside of your mouth on the inner portion of your cheek, okay? Once some of the fat is taken out, the doctor will close your incisions inside your mouth. For several weeks, swelling will most likely obscure the final results of the procedure. It is a cosmetic procedure for someone who is interested in changing the look of their cheeks. I'm reading this because I know some of you guys don't actually watch the video and you just listen, so that's why I'm reading all this stuff. All right, so that was kind of a useless video, to be honest, because I'm sure we'll read all that stuff. Whatever, okay? So let's go into the title, or the actual article. Chrissy Teigen has always been an open book. The most recent thing she's getting candid about, having a buccal fat removal procedure. In a video posted on her Instagram story over the weekend, the 35-year-old model revealed that she had gone to a facial plastic surgeon to have the buccal fat from her cheeks removed. Jesus, go away. No, I don't want that. What are you doing? Jeez, what, the pop-up goes over the whole thing? Oh my goodness. This site is just full of pop-ups. Okay, I'm sorry. No shame in my Dr. Diamond game, she wrote on in a video referencing her doctor, Jason Diamond, MD of the TV show Dr. 90210 and Celebrity Plastic Surgeons. I did that Dr. Diamond buccal fat removal thing here, she said in the video, pointing to the area right underneath her cheekbone. And since I quit drinking, I've really seen the results, and I like it. Yeah, I did it. What? Here's what to know about the surgery. So this is the video that we already watched. First, what even is buccal fat? In the cheek hollow area of our face, we all have a natural pad of fat called the buccal fat pad. According to the American Society of Plastic Surgeons, everyone's buccal fat pad size, I'm sorry, it's just a funny word, is different, and even when you compare the buccal fat pads between your own two cheeks, sizes might vary. What is buccal fat removal? The goal of buccal fat removal is to thin the cheek, specifically in the area of the cheek hollows. The ASPS reports another name for the procedure is a cheek reduction. That makes a lot more sense, all right? Trying to get them cheeks reduced, you know what I'm saying? Buccal fat removal is typically performed in a hospital. I would hope so. It's typically performed, I don't know, in some back room. I don't know. It's fine. A licensed ambulatory surgery setting or an in-office procedure room. If you are having a buccal fat removal procedure, you will be under anesthesia during that time. The plastic surgeon will make an incision on the inside of your mouth, the inner portion of your cheek. Once some of the fat is taken out, the doctor will close the incisions inside of your mouth. The healing process can take weeks. Your doctor might tell you to stay on a liquid diet for several days or longer. They may also give you a mouth rinse to reduce infection risks. For several weeks, swelling will most likely obscure the final results. That's pretty normal with all of these surgeries. But once the swelling subsides in your cheeks, gradually take shape to their new appearance, which can take several months. You can expect to see a more slim cheeks, according to the ASPS. However, the ASPS does include this note. The practice of medicine and surgery is not an exact science. Although good results are expected, there is no guarantee. In some situations, it may not be possible to achieve optimal results with a single surgical procedure, and other surgery may be necessary. Okay, so we're going to keep reading, but I don't want to just read this thing and then share my opinion. I want to share it as I'm kind of going over it. So when it comes to surgeries like this, right, one that is purely cosmetic, it's like there's no other reason other than you want to change how you look. A lot of people have very strong opinions on that, right? About getting things done to your body just to change how it looks. Now, I personally, like, when it comes to a person by person basis, I'm never going to say you shouldn't have done that or you should have done this. Like, if it makes you happy, then that's like, I am in no place to judge. I am in no place to say what you can and can't do. For me, whenever I talk about stuff like this or whenever I talk about surgery, the thing that plays in my head is, what does this mean in a broader sense, right? As far as getting these procedures becoming more normal, especially if people are getting these procedures and maybe not being super open and honest. Obviously, Chrissy Teigen is being super open and honest about her surgeries and procedures and being like, yo, I used to look like this. The reason I don't look like this anymore is because I had these surgeries, right? And I think that's awesome because it at least like, sets people's expectations as to what they can look like. Because a lot of people will get these surgeries and then they will stop drinking, like she said, but maybe they'll start getting healthier and then they'll start losing weight and then their body will start to change naturally in some ways. But also there are some things that are unnatural that happened and they maybe aren't super honest about that. And I personally think that that's kind of messed up. But the reason I think that's messed up is in a broader sense of, is this creating false expectations for people, right? That's where I'm always like, I don't know, and I don't know the answer to that, and I'm not sitting here trying to shame anyone. If you want to get surgery or Botox or whatever, like, you do whatever you want. I'm not going to tell you what you can and can't do. But it's interesting when we talk about body modification, because that's technically what this is, right? I'm going off on a tangent now, but it's okay. I promise there's a reason for it. So it's basically body modification. It's changing the way that you look, right? Which, if you think about it, I do body modifications. It's a perfect example. I just got my septum pierced, right? But I have a nose ring. I have my nails painted. I've dyed my hair. I have changed the way that my body looks, right? And so it's interesting that obviously I think that there are some things that are a little bit more intense and that are a little bit more, invasive, like those, like not those things, but like other things. I mean, I guess getting piercings is invasive, but like getting fat removed out of your cheeks, stuff like that's going to be a little bit more invasive than dyeing your hair. But at the end of the day, it's all really still body modification, right? But those are kind of my thoughts on it. But let's keep going with the article. So why would someone want to get their buccal fat removed? The ASPS does not list any health-related reasons as to why buccal fat removal would be deemed necessary. Instead, it is a cosmetic procedure for someone who might be interested in changing the looks of their cheeks. Although a face that is naturally soft and filled out is considered youthful, some people find that their face feels too full, even chubby, according to the ASPS. The ASPS also points out that the buccal fat pad extraction surgery is typically not performed in people with thin, narrow faces, as removal of the fat may cause the face to look more gaunt with age. So that was something that I read quite a bit, especially in the comments under the video that was posted on Twitter, was a lot of people were saying, when you get this fat removed, once you get older, you're actually going to age. You're going to look more aged because you have taken the fat away from your face. I'm not an expert on that. I just thought that was interesting, right? Okay. While the decision to get your buccal fat removed is your personal choice, the ASPS makes clear that if you are considering this procedure, be sure to do it for yourself, not for someone else, or try to fit in any sort of ideal image. The group recommends reviewing buccal fat removal surgery photos and learning about what to expect during recovery. Preparation ahead of time helps patients have reasonable expectations and a smoother recovery. What are the risks of the surgery? Anesthesia risks, deep vein. I'm not going to read all these. There's a lot, right? Obviously, there's a lot of risks. Another risk is bleeding. To reduce this risk, your doctor may tell you to avoid taking aspirin, anti-inflammatory drugs, and herbal supplements leading up to your surgery, as which can increase bleeding. It is also possible that you might experience asymmetry in your face or not get the exact results you were expecting, which that definitely happens a lot with surgeries, right? You might also need to have revisional surgeries. You'll have to decide the benefits you'll achieve for your goals and if risks and potential complications of buccal fat removal surgery are acceptable. The ASPS says it's important that you address all of your questions directly with your plastic surgeon. So basically, they're just, saying there's a ton of things that can go wrong with this surgery, obviously, right? That's with anything. So they made it pretty much, they made it very clear that this surgery in and of itself is pretty much just cosmetic, right? There is no health. Like if when I think about cosmetic surgery, you think about getting breast augmentation. You think about getting Botox. You think about getting a nose job. You think about, like for me, I think about loose skin surgery. Like that's one that a lot of people get because it's not just cosmetic. It's also like health related, right? They might be getting rashes. And so like there's definitely more of like, okay, if you are getting a surgery because it's not just cosmetic, there are health complications, then that seems to be more accepted, right? You can even get maybe your insurance to help pay for those surgeries. But usually if it is strictly a cosmetic thing, there seems to be usually less acceptance and you're probably not going to be getting it covered by your insurance, right? Now, it's interesting because if you're talking about the singular person, right? So say there is I'm just going to make up a person. Say there is somebody that it feels very badly about their nose, right? And they decide that they want to get plastic surgery. If I'm looking at that person, I'm not going to be this one that says, you're beautiful how you are. You shouldn't do that. That's ridiculous. Like you're just going to be changing the way that you've been made and blah, 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 right? I'm not going to be that person personally. Like, it's just not my place, especially if it's not a really close friend. Obviously, I would never say that. But at the end of the day, the more and more people are getting these surgeries just to change little things about their face, change little things about their bodies, an unrealistic beauty expectation, but just body expectation is being formed, right? And so with that happening, is that a problem? I think that especially with the younger generation, that is a problem. Even if you're kind of honest about what you've been through, the surgeries that you've had, like people are going to see more people have surgeries and they are going to want that. Now, at the end of the day, is that necessarily a bad thing? More people wanting surgery? I don't know. I think that it makes people that don't have money feel less than because they can't afford these surgeries, right? So I think that's not super cool. But like I'm not going to sit here and say I have the answers, but I just thought it was interesting because whenever I talk about this, I get because I'm in the middle, I feel like I get people that are super for surgeries and they're like, do whatever you want, you do you. Like they think I'm attacking them, which I don't feel that I'm doing. But then the other side of the spectrum, the people that are like, you should be all natural and surgery is the devil and it's like ruining everything. They think that I'm like promoting, getting plastic surgery. Obviously, I've talked a lot about my own decisions. Like I've never got loose skin surgery, but I don't feel like that makes me better than someone that has. I don't think it changes really anything. But I just think in general, it's a very interesting topic. So like, if you made it this far in the video, as you can tell, I don't have an answer. I would love people to write in the comments. Like if you want to, like, this is your chance, right? If you want to leave one of those freaking paragraphs, right? A book in the comment section, like I want to read those because I want to hear different opinions and I want to hear what people have to say because this is definitely something that, again, I am working through in my own right. Like I don't have an answer and I think it'd be silly for me to act like I did. It's just an interesting conversation that I want to hear, like I feel like there's never that conversation. So I would love to hear what you guys have to say. Obviously everyone's going to be talking in the comment section here on the stream, so you should come join. But yeah, I just thought that was an interesting thing that's been in the news that I kind of wanted to elevate and share my opinion and hear what y'all had to say.